This might be the best Halo Infinite clip of all time. Take a look.
Should have been in the head. I don't know how that was not in the head. Dead. Dead. Cross maps not. Dead. One kill. Dead.
Beauty. It defies the script.
Dead.
Killing spree.
Can we make this one kill somebody again? Dead. 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 I just got killed in here, bro! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Bro!
Damn! Shout out to Halo Pro Envore for hitting this one. Unreal. I'm calling this clip a perfect storm. From his execution, only missing one headshot with the snipe throughout, and then his commentary, he's calling the spawns and the plays as he makes them, and then he hits what I can only describe as a Halo jackpot. After the kill apocalypse, 3 players spawned back-to-back in this man's reticle. We'll talk about it. Down to his genuine pop-off at the end of the clip. Like, you can't tell me you didn't feel at least a little bit of the dopamine this man just got hitting that clip. Like, stuff like this is what Halo's all about.
I just got killed in here, bro! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Bro!
Now, before I highlight some of the high-level habits and awareness Envore is applying, I'm going to take a second to dock a few points, all right? Any truly cultured, sophisticated Halo connoisseur, I'm sure, can tell that, yes, this is a pro player playing social shoddy snipers. If you're going to hit a clip anywhere, shoddy snipers is probably the place to do it. On top of the fact that the skill-based matchmaking is looser here, and it's pretty clear at some points in this clip that he is much better than the players in this lobby. That said, though, this is beautiful, and it's his high-level habits that set him far above the rest. So let's start with his use of the sniper.
Cross maps not. Dead. Dead.
Beauty. It defies the script.
Dead.
Every one of Envore's snipes in this clip has a setup and a follow-through. There's a discipline behind each of these shots, and it's not something he's actively thinking about, but his process is very intentional. Take a look at this shot for the over. Slides out, jumps back, blanes the dude cross-map. There's steps in this process. First, his awareness to look cross-map. Next, his eyes very quickly locate the target. The accuracy of his gaze, his focus here, leads the precise movement in his reticle that follows. He brings it as close to the target as possible before scoping so that when he scopes, only a tiny adjustment is needed to hit the shot.
Triple kill.
Cross maps not. Dead.
Counter snipe.
One kill. Dead.
Once again, great setup here, and I love how he calls the spawn on this. Perfect head-level placement. His objective is to do as little work as possible as he executes that shot. Now, his call on that spawn was a complete guess. He got kind of lucky. Spawns in Halo Infinite, for the most part, take place on the outer perimeter of every map, and Envore knows that those 2 pockets on each side of Repulsor are high-priority spawns, but there is no way that he can know that somebody will spawn there at that exact time. The biggest thing to take away is he was confident. He had faith in the interaction, and that is so important in these clips.
One kill. Dead.
Beauty. It defies the script.
Dead.
He's still looking for spawners here. Back base, another high-priority location. As he comes out, he'll catch one sprinting off spawn, and beautiful execution once again. When he catches that rotate, brings the reticle in advance of the target. That gives him time to line it up, and then the timing of the scope. The closer he gets that reticle to head level before scoping, the more confident he can follow through. Also, great curb slide location, by the way. That little podium, you can sprint, slide off it with good timing, and rotate 3 different directions. He's coming back around now for the spawn. Once again, you'll notice he actually checks the spawn before he spots the player. So reticle immediately on the spawn. He sees the player, takes his time with this shot. Bit of a risky little circle with the right stick to hit that shot. Not typically a movement you want to do on controller, but great precision from him despite it. Not sure how he didn't die, though. He reloads out of scope. Guess he didn't spot this player. Now he's compromised. This guy, for whatever reason, didn't see him. It looks like he's looking at him. Hard to tell with the quality, but it took him a while to figure it out. Envore compromised here. He baits a shot with a little jiggle peek. Jump shot just obliterates the dude on the execution. The only shot he misses in the clip is right here.
Dead.
This shot was not easy to hit. Look at the placement of his scope in, farther from the target than usual. He's going to have to compensate quite a bit with that flick to land this, on top of the fact that the target has cover this time too. So slight miss. Despite that, pay attention to the very straight, decisive right stick movements he's making to correct his reticle here. He only makes 4 tiny little movements with the right stick in this process, and before the final shot, he actually uses his jump to correct his reticle. You'll see it's out of position. He jumps to bring it into place before making the tiniest possible movement on that right stick in the last second to execute here. Now, here's where things get a little wild. Good movement, first off, to jump from behind the podium, cleans this player up. That's the Killionaire. He then turns around, and by pure luck, 3 players spawn back to back in his reticle, and of course, he cleans it all up. This moment is a little controversial on Twitter. I see a lot of hot takes, a lot of people not happy about it. I get it. On one hand, who wants to spawn and die immediately? I'll also say that spawn killing is an important part of Halo, and it's been in Halo since the franchise began. A moment like this reminds me of the map Narrows in Halo 3. And Narrows, as we know, is a very simple map. It's just a bridge. You can spawn on each side, but spawns are static in Slayer. So you only spawn on your side, and you attack the other side. The enemy can't spawn and flip to the other side, so there's only so many places they can spawn. They spawn in the back of the base, or they spawn under the base, under the bridge. So sometimes you're going to get players spawning directly in your reticle, and that's part of the chess match, sort of the match. If you earn the positioning high ground and you earn the snipe, then you earn the opportunity for a spawn kill off the rip, and players at a high level simply understand that that's kind of part of the chess game. If you lose that map control, you're going to lose a couple free lives to some good players as a result. Now, generally speaking, in modern shooters, this type of design is kind of frowned upon. So it's not the main reason, but it's a small part of the reason why maps and the spawn system has become more elaborate over time. What's interesting is that Halo Infinite spawn is designed to actively avoid this happening at like all costs. Basically, you shouldn't be spawning in your opponent's reticle unless it's the last resort and other spawns are being blocked. What blocks spawns? Either explosions, gunshots, sight lines, or player bodies on the map. Now, we don't know what's going on in the map in this moment from a top down. There could be players in both bases blocking spawns nearby. What's weird is that, as far as I can tell, on the opposite side of the map in this moment, there's 2 pockets that are completely open and available to spawn players. And for some reason, despite him firing shots directly into this spawn area, it's not moving the spawn. Nobody's spawning in those pockets. So I can only assume this is an error in the game, and I'm not really sure what's causing it, and I'm open to your theories. What do you guys think is going on here? Why are they still spawning in his reticle in this moment? And I'm wondering if distance maybe plays a factor. Is it the fact that Catalyst is so much larger than some of the other maps that we play on? Does the distance give the spawn system the assumption of safety in this situation? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Either way, if you're Envore in this situation, you take that money, right? Like, he just hit the Halo jackpot. This does not happen often. I've not seen this. So to hit a Killionaire, to get that lucky, and then to execute that final shot, by the way, hits the head level placement, snaps with the right stick, all while his adrenaline is probably like over 9,000, like unreal. Just a sick clip from every way you look at it. And moments like that is just some good old-fashioned Halo. And that's really what I love the most about this, is that despite everything this game has gone through, the whole roller coaster, the lack of content, the updates, etc., foundationally, there is a sick game here. It's right here. There's still a sick game, right? So it's just, just trying to stay optimistic and believing that as things improve and as Forge comes out, which looks pretty great at the moment, that we can finally start to realize the awesome Halo game that lies underneath it all. But, stuff like this just brings the passion back. So hopefully you guys felt that too. Let me know what you think of this clip in the comments. What's your favorite clip of all time? Is this the best? Let me know. Make sure to check out related videos, sub and like if you haven't done so already. And as always, I'll see you again soon.